Is anyone in on Time Wonderland in the crowd? Just curious.
In what?
Like in on staking Time Wonderland or anything off of the Ohm fork or Ohm itself?
Didn't Ohm get fucked?
It could have. I haven't been following Ohm, but I've been following some of its forks.
Yeah, it sounded like 40% or whatever.
Oh, well, that was deflationary to begin with. So like, you think like their whole point is like beating their whole, it's like having their APY beat like the deflationary like miss of their asset. So like when we were, remember when we talked about like way earlier with the meeting one,
Mm-hmm.
its APY is incredibly different from where it is now, and their logic is the longer you have it staked, like it being deflationary, the APY beats that margin, so you're still making returns, and it stayed pretty factual. People make rips.
Huh.
You get what I'm saying now?
Because there's inflationary.
No.
Inflationary is going down.
Inflationary, whatever. It's been casually going down. Yeah.
Right on schedule.
Not even casual.
Bro, it started off. We brought it up in meeting one. Someone mentioned that
The prior was peaking like only the first meeting.
Now look at it. Are you serious? Bro, what did you get to? Season beauty or whatever. Yeah. We should. What are those considered? Right. Look into. So I just. Now.
What happened?
No, I feel like I just didn't have
All right, we'll start in like 60 seconds.
Down battle.
I think it's really interesting.
All right, what's up, guys? Y'all ready to get started? Okay, welcome, Wolverine blockchain. 2022, big things coming. Let's get some hype. I love that. Way too much power. All right, let's do a couple polls real quick. So, who is new to Wolverine blockchain entirely? It's their first time, hearing about it, coming to the club. All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming. Excited to have you all here, and we hope to engage you as much as possible, provide opportunities, and just hopefully build a larger crypto campus in Ann Arbor. All right, show of hands, who's not a senior? I like all the 50-50s in there. That's good. This is Web3. All right. Is there anybody out here who is like rather new to crypto and who would see benefit from going over the like basic fundamentals of blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum, DeFi? This is totally okay. Like that's what the club is for. So
I can't
raise your hand now.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Cool. We will do that then. All right. So, question: what is Wolverine blockchain? Basically, we are a community of University of Michigan students who are interested, passionate about crypto, Web3, NFTs, culture, whatever it might be. And this is an environment where we can all come together to get ideas from each other and just build Web3 together. This is basically like the on-campus version of the endow, which we'll get to in a second. Aha. I told you it'd be a second. All right. You can go first. All right. Who is Wolverine blockchain? Go to the next slide. All right. So my name is Logan Ross. I'm the president this year. this is Ryan.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm VP. I was president last year during COVID. I've been in the club since freshman year, my first semester. Love to see it grow. We had quite a few people in, when I was a freshman. When the bear market hit, it was down to like 5 people. David's son, who was president before me, though. That guy, so smart. He taught me so much about crypto. I mean, just theorizing about NFTs, DeFi, and all the different functions of Ethereum smart contracts 3 years ago, and seeing it come to fruition now is just amazing. So we like to stay on top of everything here, be before the curve, and now that's what we're doing with the DAO, I think. So.
So Ben Goldberg runs the endow. He takes point on helping people get onboarded, helping people create proposals, interacting with Sushi Swap's router smart contract, for example, to do swaps from our DAO, all that fun stuff. And he is unfortunately not able to make it tonight. But he's a great guy. I'm sure we'll move him soon. Next up, we got Benjamin Michael on. You want to take it away?
Yeah, I'm like pretty direct marketing outreach, whatever you want to call it. I'm kind of like the liaison between a lot of people in my circle, at least in like kind of like the frat scene. You get a lot of people, or in any scene that isn't necessarily integrated with the blockchain crypto community, kind of into the conversation. And I've been running the Instagram as well and some of the socials. Took a video just now, so if you want to actually follow at WBCMDAO on Instagram and Twitter.
Do it, please.
Yeah, it's how we communicate often. That's how we kind of talk as execs and get information out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then also join the Discord. I mean, like the chill zone, don't sleep. Like we've been talking about some NFT projects from the beginning throughout time. So just saying, if a community of like-minded individuals coming together, just the more knowledge and investment ideas you have, hit our Discord, hit the group me and yeah.
And just by show of hands, who uses Discord currently? Very nice. All right, so yeah, we're gonna try to transition to Discord being our primary method of communication this semester. So we've had a group me, which is pretty good, but Discord will be better. So join that and let's get it popping, drop trade ideas, so that's what it's all about. So join that if you're not here as well. And then we also have Natalie, who's joining us as Director of Operations. If you want to talk about, did you put a slide with some info?
I added to like the event slide and then
All right, perfect.
yeah, so I'm just gonna be helping out with organizing some events this semester and maybe setting up coffee chats between members for people who are interested.
Awesome. And then maybe you next semester. So we're always looking for help. We're kind of bootstrapping most of this. So if you have literally 30 minutes a week that you don't have anything to do with, let us know. There's so many ways that you can actually make a difference. I'd love to see that. So just get in contact with any of us if you have any ideas, and we will remove barriers for you as much as possible.
Yeah, and on that note, guys, I'm the VP and I'm a senior, so that's kind of problematic. So if you want to take on a bigger leadership role and you want to run this club next year, talk to me, talk to Logan. We'll take you under our wing and we'll get you in a leadership position. If we think you're right for VP and then president next year, we'll get you there. So.
I also think if our juniors are tuning in abroad, I don't know what time it is, but I know we have a heavy junior affiliation within the club. So I'm definitely going to be reaching out to them to watch the live stream. So they're also filled in on this information.
I think the director of the endow too, that's going to be really important. So if you're a crypto native and you use blockchain a lot, you're familiar with Polygon and MetaMask, that'd be a really good position for you to take on next year.
Yeah, and Ben just taught himself all of the smart contract stuff online. He's not a CS major or anything. It's really not that difficult if you have the enthusiasm for it. All right, cool.
And you'll see later too, the DAO is made on a platform, so it's not code based. It's where it's.
Mm-hmm. All right, what have we been up to last semester? So throughout the bear market, the club was pretty sleepy. We kind of took a lot of initiative last semester though to rebuild the community and get exciting stuff going. We knew that there was going to be this bull market. We knew people would be interested. So yeah, next slide. All right, so last semester we launched a partnership with FTX and we did a trading challenge on their platform. Every member in our club got $50 to trade with over the course of 2 months. And we actually had some winners. I don't know if we got, so everybody competed individually, and then it was also school versus school. So we had people in top 3 for both. So as a club, we were in the top 3, and then we also had, I think, the second and third best individual trader, and they're getting sent merch packages from FTX and cash prizes. This will be going on again this semester with even more schools, even more participants, and we're going to be doing they'll be doing weekly checkups, Discord calls where we'll be able to meet all the other students who are going into Web3 crypto. It's a great networking opportunity. A lot of smart people there. Okay, so Ryan and I both work at Benzinga, so we're a little biased, but Benzinga is the largest financial publication, I think, in the United States. It's the biggest publication in Michigan overall, based in downtown Detroit, started about 11 years ago, currently has about 12 million monthly readers. So if you find yourself going down a rabbit hole in crypto and you want to write a little short summary about it, 200, 300 words, we can get you published in front of a 12 million monthly reader audience. That is a very nice thing to have on the resume. It's good experience, make good connections, and I have endless recruiters in my DMs every time I check LinkedIn. Like, hey, I saw your article. Can we set up a call? I don't often say yes. All right, next up. It's a good problem to have. And then most importantly, the cornerstone of Wolverine blockchains. The reason this club will continue to exist is the mdao. So the mdao is the Michigan DAO. I guess that's informal. It's just the mdao. But it is the first. Let me just click to the next slide. I think I have a link to the website. Yeah,
Send the link in the.
Perfect. All right, so mdao is the first decentralized autonomous organization created by University of Michigan students. Our goal is to foster the growth of a crypto community in Ann Arbor and support student ventures into the Web3 space. If you don't know what a DAO is, it's like a blockchain-based group chat with a pool of money attached to it, or like a Venmo account. And then the group chat gets to make votes and spend that money on what they think will profit the most. Or just parties. We could just have fun. So this is the best place to get connected to all of our socials, our Discord. To get into the DAO, it's just mdao.info, mdao.info. Can you go back real quick?
Yeah.
Just for a second. No, to the yeah, so Discord, Instagram, all that shit is down there. If you are new to crypto and want to get an understanding of the fundamentals, the technology behind it, I did 5 or 6 lectures last semester going over all of that. And if you click on the YouTube right there, you will be able to see them all. You can also see we're live right now. We got 6 viewers. Let's go.
Fire up.
Huge.
See you.
Clap
We
for
see
everybody
you.
who's
We
remote.
see you, those 6 viewers. Butters, wave to them.
All right, smash the like button, drop a comment. Next slide.
Alright, so enter that DAO again.
That's good.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is a platform called DAO House. This basically is a set of standardized smart contracts that make it really easy for anybody to launch a DAO just by clicking a couple buttons. You can also join a DAO by clicking a couple buttons. So here's our vault. Last semester, we got about 100% return. Best investment fund on campus. Round of applause, please. So this DAO is based on the Polygon network, which is a scaling solution for Ethereum. It basically makes it so we don't have to pay $500 in gas fees every time we want to vote on a proposal. That would be very uneconomical. So on Polygon, the network might be a little bit more glitchy. It might go down a little bit more frequently, but it costs theoretically nothing to interact with the DAO. And this is the optimal solution, we think, to have the most interaction, most participation, and the most success. So here we can see we have 16 members that we got to join the DAO.
17, including Oliver, but he left.
Yeah, last semester. So right now we're limiting everyone to 1,000 shares of the DAO. And we'll get into more of those details in the future. But yeah, here you can see all of our members, their shares, and their ENS names if they're cool. So that was the members tab. Here's the proposals.
So quickly to join, you want to go over that and you want to save that?
Well, you need to be signed in with, you need to connect a wallet. Once you connect the wallet, there'll be like a big new proposal button right here. You could click new member contract, but we have like a big document with all of this explained, and then Goldberg will be there as a resource to help walk everybody through it. But that being said, the bridge to send funds from the Ethereum mainnet to the Polygon network is like $100, maybe more with gas fees lately. So to solve for that, what we did is I made a new wallet, had everyone send the funds to it, and then I bridged them as a group and then sent them back to the wallets on the Polygon network. So, and then that one gas fee that I paid to send all the money over was covered by the sponsorship money from Benzinga. So if we could thank them with some articles, it's a win-win.
We also have some surplus funds from last semester, and we're considering an airdrop to the DAO for all DAO members. So stay tuned for that, but hopefully it's coming in a couple weeks
Yes.
after Oliver rejoins.
Use the DAO or I'll keep it for myself. Question.
Are there any plans for a future group bridge?
Yes, we will do another group bridge this semester, and it will be a lot better organized. And we'll have specific dates for when it will open and close, and they'll be published all ahead of time. Last time, like I said, bootstraps, it was kind of messy, but luckily everybody got in, it worked. We had the Benzinga funds to cover any errors.
And if you're trying to be in a blockchain club for your resume, I'd strongly urge you to join the DAO, because if a blockchain company wants to hire you, they will probably be looking at your wallet, not the fact that you're in a club. See that you're involved in a DAO, you know how to use crypto, you're crypto native. So I think this is really important as a experience. So if you're interested, please join the DAO. It's been fun.
Yeah, your Ethereum wallet address can be your best or worst selling point as a candidate in a Web3 job.
So 100%. Should we go over the crypto campus funding? Do you this here?
No, I know.
Okay.
I mean, like the other slides.
It's in 5 days. We can talk
It
about
does. I actually have a slide about it, so
Okay.
we'll mention it.
Definitely a cool application to the DAO.
What's that?
You like,
Funding?
Yeah.
The projects.
What did you
Can you just go back to the slide deck?
Yeah.
All right. Looks like Goldberg added this one. I haven't seen it before. Yeah, so Polygon was around $1 when we started the MDAO. So each share was basically worth $1. Now each share is worth effectively like one Polygon, so like $2 and $2. So whoever got in last semester has basically doubled their money. We expect Polygon to continue to grow, but it's a DAO, so it's up to y'all what we're invested in.
Yeah, we're still heavily invested in Polygon right now too. We're lucky with that.
Very heavily, like 99%.
All investments in crypto can be done through smart contracts inside the DAO, so we don't have to trust anyone. We can make proposals, and then they'll be all automated and back into our treasury. For funding, there's a level of trust. So, for example, the crypto campus project we have, you'll be paying us, we'll get the funding, and then we're promising a return back on it. So it makes you still use.
If you don't trust the person, you don't have to approve the proposal.
I won't be mad. I'm just a little hurt.
All right, so what do we want to do this year? All right, so big goal for me personally is to fund our first startup using the MDAO. Hopefully this will be Crypto Campus. One of the club members, Ian, he started an NFT project where he took like 12 iconic locations around the University of Michigan campus. He made some pixel art out of them, and then through our connection with FTX US, they are launching their own NFT platform. And they connected us with the other schools. Now Crypto Campus is on multiple schools across the country, and it will be featured on the front page, the homepage of FTX, of their NFT platform when it comes out. So there's a decent chance, do your own research, there's a decent chance that this project could be very profitable. And so I haven't taken a look at the details of the proposal, but I plan on approving it or voting for it, but don't let me bias you.
It's also promoted on Benzinga. I don't know. how
It
that
is
happened.
also. All right. Another thing we want to do is host an on-campus event. So I'll turn it over to Natalie, who's been putting a lot of thought into this. If you want to share any ideas.
Yeah, so for a social event, we were thinking like maybe going so far. We kind of talked about like maybe using endow funding, but thought it might be better if we could have everyone pay instead, so that we're not spending endow money on that and like putting it towards investments instead. Yeah, so like definitely some type of social event, but we can like work out the details of that later, like depending on what everyone wants. And then another idea for events is like having some kind of like workshop, whether that be like how to create your own NFT or maybe like setting up a MetaMask wallet, like kinds of interests, so like things like that.
Mm-hmm. And another idea that I think would be really cool is if we got together a bunch of like big names from the space, had them come to campus or just call in, and then we did like a big campus-wide like this is Web3, come see, sponsored by the endow Wolverine blockchain. I think that'd be really cool, and we do have a shit ton of cool connections, so it would be really good.
Is anyone in Andrew Wu's class in Ross right now?
You're just curious.
I am. He was not a crypto maxi today. I'll say.
What's his, like, I feel like just
To stick up for him though, really nice guy, and it's a good class if people are interested. It's about fintech more.
He's a fintech teacher, and I'm not in Ross, I'm an econ major, but he's like, I don't know, been on top of there's like a crypto competition through Ross that he's also running. But we thought that having maybe some sort of Ross partnership would kind of drive like a potential speaker series, because they just, who doesn't want to have a Web 3.0 panel series, So if anyone has any ties, it sounds like but to any other Ross like faculty that could potentially be down on sponsoring some sort of event, that would help. That would definitely be a catalyst for bringing that to fruition. So.
This isn't quite related to like Ross, but I've had a small email exchange with Chris Peeker, who works on like the lattice cryptography stuff for Algorand. He's like a faculty here.
Okay.
He's not here, but he might be able to come in like via Zoom and talk with us on that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we have, there's a Ripple board.
Our connected FTX can definitely, himself, or connect us with like a higher up exec if we want. But there's a bunch of options. Let's get David on a call.
Yeah.
We talked to Avalanche Blockchain, Xe Infinity, Dogecoin, a ton of other projects too. So we could definitely set up some calls.
Two prominent Benzinga writers that maybe could speak.
All right, so overarching goal is just to continue to build this community where anyone can come explore their interest in crypto, NFTs, Web3, whatever it may be. We want to provide that opportunity, and we hope that you want to as well. We're doing this for y'all. So on that note, we need your help. So I'm also a senior, more or less. Most of our e-board, I think all of our e-board are seniors. So if the mdot wants to do stuff on campus next year, somebody else is going to have to run Wolverine blockchain, the on-campus portion of the mdot. Another overarching goal is to continue to decentralize the endow and decentralize the meeting and proposal and voting processes, which we could do through Discord quite easily. So that's why I'm trying to push us over there. I'm also planning on adding a 30-minute to an hour optional mdao member Discord call once per week. I'm thinking Monday nights, but whatever you guys want to do, and like basically we'll in this time we'll look over all the proposals, make sure that there's no funny business going on, and we can do soft polls to see if something is worth proposing. And I think that will be a very effective use of time and get stuff to actually, come out of the endow. All right, so if any of this sounds exciting to you, please set up a coffee chat and get a one-on-one with any of us, and we will figure out how to best use your time and resources and skills and make sure that you get the most out of it as well. That's basically it. I'll leave this up there for a second if you want to. bit.ly/coffeechatwbc. I'll put that in the group me in Discord afterwards as well. Thank you, Natalie, for making that. Do you know what it says when you?
It just asks for a name and an email. It's a Google form.
Okay, cool. Also, if you're not in the endow, join the endow. If you want to bridge yourself, you can join tonight, or at least submit your member proposal tonight. Otherwise, we'll get details out on the group bridge as soon as we possibly can. Hopefully, we'll have a shorter time frame. Last time it was open for like a month because it was unorganized, but this time we'll probably have like a 2-week opening where you can send your funds to the bridge wallet, and at the end of that, it will be over. So we'll do that as soon as possible so that we can, start moving with the DAO, start passing stuff, and making shit happen. All right, so here are some of the things that we could use help with. So obviously, we need a new e-board. We need more activity in the Discord. Just say GM once a week, and it will make my day. If you want to do any analyst work, if you like some projects, like some coins, like some NFTs, drop a comment, drop a message in the Discord, like say, hey, I just looked into this project, I think so and so, and then we can turn it into an article and get you published as well. So there's a lot of opportunity here. On-campus organizers and event planners kind of goes with next year's e-board, but yeah, it'd be really cool to have a continued branch of the endow that is active on campus and our active students. Marketing, partnerships, galleries, and blah, blah, blah. All right, if any of these sound like you, please hit us up. Yeah, so like I said before, the goal is just to continue to decentralize the endow, but it has to be able to still pass proposals, right? So, if you're not going to be an active member, then you probably don't want to put your money in it to begin with. Create proposals. We'll probably do a workshop on that. I'll see if Goldberg can do one. But it's really not that hard. And if you want to make a proposal and don't know how, just put a message in the Discord and Goldberg can help you make it for you basically. But ideas are money here. So yeah.
So what's the actual process of decentralizing? Is it through more advanced coding or so what's the actual process?
Theoretically speaking, the endow is already decentralized. But if I recommend an investment or a proposal and I pitch it to you guys, it's probably going to pass, right?
Sure.
That's kind of centralized. So I guess the ability to vote against me would be enough decentralization. Not that that's going to be a problem, but yeah, decentralizing it as far as time goes as well, right? So we want to have people that are equally as active 4 years from now, if we can. Good question. I think that might be the last one.
Yeah.
All right. Questions, please.
Could you explain again how to calculate your price per share when joining it?
Yeah. You want to go back to the DAO house? So basically, there's a total number or total value of the DAO, and there's a total number of outstanding shares that have been issued. So at the moment you want to submit your proposal, you take the total treasury divided by the total shares, and that's the dollar price per share. So then you say, hey, I have $500. You multiply that by the price per share, and you get the number. You take so say you want like 100 shares, they're $2 each, it's like $200, and you can flip it if you want to start with USD.
Under members, you can see the amount of shares in the DAO right here, 6,397. And then if you go to the vault, you can see the dollar value currently in. So just about
Yeah, so
$12,700.
it's like $2 a share, yeah.
That's how you do it.
And then I multiply that by how much mathematic I have in dollars.
Yes.
And that's all in the document too.
Yeah, and like hit up Goldberg on Discord. Just like send him a message, and he'll walk you through it. But there's also like a detailed document with all the instructions that will get passed around. All right.
One last thing before everyone goes. I got a old buddy of mine got a new position at a company startup called swim.io, which is a seamless multi-chain liquidity protocol. It's honestly pretty cool. Which is linking Ethereum, Solana, and Binance, their chains. So you don't. Their explanation on their website is providing a simple way to transfer tokens across chains via multi-token liquidity pools and Solana's wormhole. No more delays, centralized bridges, or wrapped assets. He just kind of wanted me to give it a shout out during the club meeting. But also, if anyone's ever interested on talking with someone in a startup space, this is I guess a good chance, especially in the Web 3.0 and blockchain area. So swim protocol on Twitter, swim.io. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. With 2 M's?
No, one.
Also, if you're recruiting right now and you want any like ideas about Web3 projects where you can apply, say you're interested in music, I'd recommend you like Audius, other stuff like this. Web3 is scaling like exponentially right now in the course of a couple of months. So for example, Henry here has 4 jobs right now. And if you want a job in Web3, you will get one. And if you don't feel prepared, we will get you there. So use us as a resource, use the community as a resource, ask questions in the Discord, make new friends. We're all here for the same reason, I think.
Yeah, like I came in freshman, sophomore year, just interested, and I like stuck my neck out, didn't know anyone. I was like, I want to come to the blockchain meeting club. So walked in, met these guys. David was running the club at that time. He was a legend who was very, very smart and retained a lot of knowledge from him. But these pretty much just me sticking my head out one day, like ingrained what I want to now recruit in. So like, don't be afraid to ask questions. Like I felt way less technical as a club member than anyone I was sitting there in the room with. But over time, you just grow with confidence, grow like even just maturity and comfortability around the people you're with. And I'm telling you, just beautiful things come from it. So I couldn't be more bullish on a community like this.
Hell yeah. And that's why I had that slide that said, take a leap of faith. Like you will land in a very nice net. Fingers crossed.
I wanted to shout out the funding proposal that Ian and I made last night. Just so you guys know, I know there's only probably 5 of you of it down here right now. But we're proposing to get funding of 250 Matics, so a little bit over $500 for marketing efforts. We want to buy an Oculus and potentially a Nintendo Switch to do giveaways in the Discord right now. We probably have just under 500 members in the Discord. We're aiming to get to 1,000 by launch, and we're aiming to launch at the end of this month or the first week of February. More details will be out soon on the actual launch date. But as for incentives, so the DAO will receive 50% of Crypto Campus's revenue until the initial investment is recouped. So that will take approximately 7 sales. We have a discount if you're buying packs, so it might be 8 or 9 sales, but relatively low amount of sales, like Logan said earlier. We will be listed on FTX. That might be a little bit after launch, but that's happening. And we have 500 people in the Discord. So very confident we'll get at the very least 10 sales from this. but hopefully many, many more, and hopefully they'll sell out. The entire collection is 350 unique NFTs, and the DAO will be entitled to 25% of the revenue, up to $2,000 after they recoup their money of 250 net. So, $550 investment, you get half the sales until that's recouped, and then you're entitled to up to $2,000 of future revenue from there.
So best case is a 2x.
No, so $550 gets recouped, so that's your initial
Oh,
investment.
okay.
So a total of about $2,500. So about a 5x. And to get that $2,000, approximately 30 to 35 sales. Yes.
Touching on the topic of NFTs, like what are there any members in the club right now who are particularly like really focused on creating NFTs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Henry is the resident NFT expert, but we have a member with a crypto fund, we have members with apes, we have a bunch of NFT collectors that are trading all the time. So yes.
We got some whales in the room.
Joshua, what's up?
Sorry to shot you. 4 jobs. What are they?
Well, it's not exactly 4 jobs. I'm a contractor and I have 4 clients. But freelance writing, content making, consulting. So.
Discord not.
Yeah, like just for like one of my buddies' dads like started he like working at an energy company, but started working with a couple of other his buddies to start like a music management company. And now I'm like he's calling me once a day as like his strategic advisor on a potential NFT project for one of his like EDM artists that he's representing. And they're working with one of, which is a cool up and coming NFT platform for musicians specifically, but just the opportunities are endless, and the more you stick your head out and you just say, hey, you want to have a conversation? Hey, you want to talk about this? I'm curious about this. You want to kind of pick your brain about this?
Mm-hmm.
Have 10, 15 conversation. You don't know who's going to call you back ever. So
yeah. I also tend to think that like 85% of the Web3 jobs have not been invented yet, and inventing your own job is really cool. So if you want it advising on that too, 100% we could do that. Are there any more questions?
Hirsch might not want to ask it, but he has questions about Monero. What are your thoughts on Monero?
Oh yeah, I was just thinking more and more. Well, I kind of brought it up recently, but or not recently, but one of the first meetings with like the IRS, kind of getting more and more into looking at Coinbase and all of the centralized exchanges, and then recently with the Venmo Cash App $600 transaction mandate that's been in place, just the privacy of transacting currency, and what your thoughts were about like privacy coins in the future.
I think that the United States will ban the sale of privacy coins on any US-based exchanges or IP addresses coming from the United States. So, and mind you, I have little to back that up, but we see that, the government likes to mysteriously waste billions of dollars on federal bailouts, but we can't spend $600 without reporting it to the IRS. They clearly like to have a very tight grip on the money system, and that's why they're terrified about stable coins and all that jazz right now. But at the same time, like, these are the same people that were making the argument that Bitcoin is only used for money laundering and illegal transactions like last year. And now they're like, oh, this is a public blockchain and we can track every single bit of value that transacts across the network. So, if they want to increase their supervision over money transfer, then public blockchains are actually a great way for them to do that. That being said, private blockchains are the antithesis of that, and will probably be destroyed by Gary Gensler at all costs.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's decentralized, so
they can outlive Gary too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
They
do
will.
like just to comment on that too. I do think it is interesting where there can be hacks. Like I forgot what exactly was hacked this summer, but they requested Bitcoin, and the FBI somehow, some way got the seed phrase, I think, and basically got all the funds back. But if there were to be, so I think Monero's market cap is a couple billion. It's nothing absurd. But I was reading a hypothetical where a hacker comes in, requests Monero, right? And the US is not going to say to the company, well, it is at the end of the day the company's decision whether or not to pay the hacker. Obviously, it's like a don't negotiate with terrorists type situation. But if there were a $500 million change in Monero, and these hackers are kind of hesitant about moving it around because they are under surveillance, and we do have a lot of supply locked up, which could result in an increase in price.
So the US banning Monero will probably scare a lot of people, but it will also prove its use case very definitively. So it could go either way. Not really sure.
All contingent.
Big question, right?
Yeah, all contingent on if it gets banned.
Yeah, I think you could probably count on that, but talking on my ass.
I don't know how much research you guys have done on this. I'm just curious people's thoughts on the XRP case, like what's happening behind the scenes with that. There's a lot of speculation. With
Yeah.
when this is over, it's going to skyrocket just because banks are going to implement it. A lot of international banks already have. I was just curious.
So my understanding is that Ripple is not a security, and that they issued them like a basically slap on the wrist fine to make it look like they won, when in reality Ripple destroyed them. And this might set a precedent, which will be really cool if it does. That's definitely something to look out for. But I think that the case will be over very soon, and you could tell because the SEC was scrambling to find the next target to make it look like they're working. So they went after Uniswap, and they went after Coinbase. Yeah, but how much can they really do is the question.
I haven't heard anything from that. The steam of that lawsuit too. It's just slowly finding less and less to pretty much say, hey, Ripple, you can't do this, and they're like, oh, maybe you can do this. So I think it's because they're implementing with some banks right now for cross-border transactions.
Yeah, all international right now.
Yeah, but I think that will have value moving forward, and I think the fact that the lawsuit, it was such big news the middle of last year. I feel like that should mean it's somewhat close to done.
Yeah, my impression is that the case is wrapping up, and that at the end of it, Ripple will be allowed to trade on U.S. exchanges again. If not native Ripple, then wrapped Ripple, which is how Coinbase goes around securities. Like Centrifuge, for example, is a Polkadot ecosystem token that only the wrapped version, the ERC20 version, is available on Coinbase. Kind of a loophole in the law that Coinbase is taking advantage of. Honestly, I think that Coinbase went out of their way to comply for so long that and basically received no favors from the government in return. They're just fuck it, we're gonna list Shiba Inu now. But yeah, it could, if it does get listed on U.S. exchanges, you could probably expect their price to go up, but not financial advice.
The expert discovery, and just a quick thing on that case, the expert discovery got extended to February 28th.
Oh, really?
Just say they're going to be probing probably the minds of either side for a little, another month or so.
Yeah.
And then after that, settlement usually comes, or the conclusion of a case usually comes around the time of summary judgment, which is 2 or 3 months after that point of expert discovery. So we should, I don't know if we should expect it around March, April, but that's when I'm kind of guessing it's gonna be.
Hey, it's more that's a more logical answer than I would come up with. So.
Yeah. Interesting situation though. For
Yeah.
What are your thoughts just kind of on future regulation kind of affecting all the projects that you see now?
Without getting, too crazy.
Utopia.
Yeah, actually, I don't know how to not.
Yeah, it's 2022.
So basically, the way I see it is with decentralized currencies, they can store value and transfer it across borders. And now that it's legal tender in El Salvador and there's no income tax on it, or no capital gains tax on Bitcoin, the United States is at a clear disadvantage when it comes to attracting Web3 innovation and human capital. So if the United States government is not careful with their crypto regulation, the Silicon Valley of Web3 will not be inside US borders. And I think that policymakers are starting to realize that now. And also, we saw Powell say that they'll be issuing their stablecoin guidance within the next couple of weeks, and like their overall crypto guidance for the next couple of weeks, including the U.S. Cryptocurrency, U.S. dollar cryptocurrency issued by the central bank, which Powell said does not. He said that in like a blanket ban on all private stablecoins is not necessary. You know, kind of in loose terms, right? But that's very like I'm kind of optimistic about that. Because the lack of regulation, whether it's positive or negative, creates room for fear. And once the government issues regulation, people will know where they can go and what they can do, and what type of tax forms they're going to need, and if they need a VPN or not. But like businesses can start moving with clarity at that point, and money can start moving with clarity at that point. So I don't think that they'll shut down all private stablecoins. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle it between like Circle and Tether, for example. If they didn't they don't let Tether trade in the US right now, do they?
I do. I don't know why, but
yeah. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I think that I hope that they'll take as hands-off as an approach as possible, just for the sake of innovation in U.S. borders. But at the same time, Bitcoin is kind of poised to become, a global reserve currency, and so that is definitely threatening to the United States. The United States' greatest power as a country is their dominance of the U.S. dollar, the fact that it's the global reserve currency. For example, China does 70% of their foreign exchange in US dollars. You think they want to be doing that? No, they would rather be doing it in Bitcoin. Why do you think they sent all the miners here? Russia is also looking into crypto to replace their dependency on the United States. There's a lot of examples like this where it's kind of out of the box. So the US has to be very careful about what they do. Obviously, I have my own opinions about how they should act, but it's going to be crazy to see what happens over the next year. And worst case scenario, US bans crypto or whatever, and the United States becomes irrelevant in the future global economy, right?
Right.
Which probably leads to a lot of deaths, which is not good. But yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully they're smart about it, and hopefully they can figure out a way to connect themselves with the crypto ecosystem. And I know I said that I wasn't going to go too crazy with this, and I apologize for doing that, but that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
no compliance equals death. So summarize.
Yes, basically. Yeah.
But also, I'm curious if there's any want to have some sort of 5 to 10 minute shilling part of the club where we talk about potential NFT projects that you have seen.
Noah, did you want to share something?
Oh, I'm actually going to talk to you guys with the coffee chat. I'll do that first, and then we can do a presentation here and get an idea out. Yeah.
Perfect. I'll probably stop the live stream now, and if anybody has to head out, feel free. But if not, just shout out coins or ideas or NFTs or whatever, and we can all talk about it as a group.
What's up? I just had a quick question.